When India gained independence from the British in 1947, the map of the country looked very different from what we see today. It was a patchwork of British provinces and over 500 princely states, each ruled by its own king or nawab. Among these, Hyderabad stood out. It was one of the largest and wealthiest princely states, ruled by the Nizam, Mir Osman Ali Khan. While most rulers were deciding to join the newly formed nation of India, the Nizam had a different plan. He wanted Hyderabad to be an independent country, a decision that would spark one of the most significant chapters in post-independence Indian history. Hyderabad wasn't just any state. It was located right in the heart of India, completely surrounded by Indian territory. The Nizam was famously one of the richest men in the world at the time. His state had a large population, with over 80% being Hindus, while he and the ruling class were Muslim. After independence, all princely states were given three choices: join India, join Pakistan, or remain independent. The Nizam of Hyderabad chose the third option. This was a major concern for the Indian government. An independent nation, right in the middle of India, was seen as a serious threat to the country's unity and stability. How could a new nation function with a potential foreign territory smack in its center? To buy some time and find a peaceful solution, India and Hyderabad signed something called a standstill agreement in November 1947. This agreement basically said that for 1 year things would continue as they were while both sides negotiated a final decision. However, the situation on the ground was getting worse. The Nizam began to support a private militia known as the Razakars, led by a man named Qasim Razvi. The Razakars were a radical group that used violence and fear to terrorize anyone who supported joining India. They targeted Hindu communities and pro-integration Muslims, leading to widespread chaos and suffering. The Indian government tried repeatedly to negotiate a peaceful merger, but the Nizam, influenced by hardliners like Razvi, refused to back down. The talks failed and tensions reached a breaking point. With peaceful negotiations exhausted and the violence of the Razakars escalating, the Indian government felt it had no other choice. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and most decisively Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel decided that firm action was needed. On September 13, 1948, the Indian Army launched a military operation codenamed Operation Polo. To avoid sounding like an invasion, it was officially called a police action with the stated goal of restoring law and order in the state. The operation was swift and decisive. The Hyderabad state forces and the ill-equipped Razakars were simply no match for the well-organized Indian army. The conflict lasted just 5 days. By September 17, 1948, the Nizam's army had surrendered and the Nizam himself announced the accession of Hyderabad to India. Following the merger, things settled down. The Nizam, Mir Osman Ali Khan, was not removed from power immediately. He was made the ceremonial head of the state, known as the Rai Pramukh, a position he held for several years. Eventually, the massive state of Hyderabad was reorganized based on linguistic lines. Its territories were divided up and became parts of the modern-day states of Telangana, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. The integration of Hyderabad was a critical victory for the new Indian Republic. It demonstrated Sardar Patel's firm resolve to build a united and strong India. The story of Hyderabad's merger shows that while the newly independent India preferred peace, it was not afraid to use force when its unity and sovereignty were at stake. It remains a powerful lesson in the making of modern India. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from history.